Scotland Yard is continuing to investigate a suspected terror attack in Westminster. 3 people were injured after being hit by a car, which then crashed into a barrier outside Parliament this morning. A man in his 20s has been arrested. Well, London Live's Alicia Edwards has spent most of the day there for us. Alicia, just tell us what happened.
Well, Anthony, at 7:37 this morning, a car came off the road and crashed into the barriers just over the green behind me here. And those barriers were only put in place last year to protect Parliament after the Westminster Bridge terror attacks, which saw 4 people lose their lives last year. And this morning, 3 people were injured following the incident. 1 man was treated on the scene and a man and a woman were taken to hospital. The man has now been discharged and the woman is said not to have life-threatening injuries but does remain in hospital. Now, one of the first people on the scene this morning and saw the incident happening was bus driver Victor Ogbomo, who said that he saw smoke coming out of the car after it crashed and quickly evacuated his bus.
Yeah, but I saw the car in the barrier. I didn't know I got that, but the car was doing stop in the barrier there. All I saw was a smoke coming out of a vehicle, silver vehicle there. So that I was driving towards Stratford, I just stopped the bus. Yeah, we have told them, someone was still upstairs, and we're not moving here, and at the moment we stopped, so they all came on the bus.
Someone else who saw this unfold this morning was businessman Jason Williams, who lives in the area, and he said that he saw a number of people lying on the ground after they saw the incident happen.
I've seen a car going at high speed towards Houses of Parliament. He's hit a bollard. A man, like a dark-looking man, I'll say, maybe Asian, Mediterranean. Yeah, and he hit the police. The police are initially slow, but then all of a sudden I've seen specialist police, people on the floor. There's injured cyclists. I see there's ambulances. So it's and also there was smoke coming from the vehicle. There was around 10 people on the floor. So I don't know if they were hurt or they just that was their reaction to go on the floor because you're told to do that.
One of those there who witnessed what happened this morning. Alicia, then, just give us a sense about the investigation and what the latest is.
Well, a man who's understood to be in his late 20s and from the Birmingham area is currently being held and questioned in a South London police station. A little earlier on, shortly after the incident, the police did declare it to be a terrorist-related incident, and the security services has said that the man being questioned was not known to them before. Speaking this morning, the Metropolitan Police Assistant Commissioner, Neil Basu, said that the man at the time was not cooperating with the police.
Given that this appears to be a deliberate act, the method, and this being an iconic site, we are treating it as a terrorist incident, and the investigation is being led by officers from the Counter-Terrorism Command. There is no intelligence at this time of further danger to Londoners or the rest of the UK connected to this incident. Our priority now is to formally establish the identity of the suspect and establish his motivation if we can. He is not currently cooperating. However, as you would expect, detectives from the Counter-Terrorism Command are making various other urgent inquiries to ensure that there is no outstanding risk for the public. The safety of the public is always our top priority, and the Met Police will continue to do all that we can to protect the people of London. As always, the public should remain vigilant, and if you see anything suspicious or something that causes you concern, of course, please dial 999.
Assistant Commissioner Neil Basu there. Alicia, just give us a sense then of some of the reaction that we've had. An awful lot of people giving messages following what happened this morning.
Yes, Anthony, of course, we've heard from a number of politicians, one being the Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, who said a little earlier in a tweet as part of his statement that he, like all Londoners, condemn the actions of terrorism on our city, and went on to say that the response of Londoners shows that we will never be intimidated or divided by terror. Now, Labour leader and North London MP Jeremy Corbyn has also spoken about the incident today during a visit to Harper Adams University, and he said that he thinks the incident is very disturbing.
It's appalling, it's quite shocking, and I think we say big thank you to the emergency response by police, fire and ambulance to get there so quickly to assist people. An arrest has been made, an investigation will take place. They have labelled it a terrorist incident, and so I think we'll have to see what events unfold from there, but clearly it is very disturbing.
Prime Minister Theresa May has also said that her thoughts are with those injured, and she thanked the emergency services for all they've done throughout the day today. Now, of course, the reaction of Londoners has also been quite prominent today. People have still been going about their day as normal. Public transport has remained very busy throughout the day, and people have just been walking around the cordons, which have taken up much of central London this morning. Many of the cordons have now been lifted, apart from just very, very close to Westminster here, and Westminster Station has now been fully reopened in time for everybody to be going home from work and commuting. Now, the police have said that we can expect to see an increased presence throughout the coming days in the city, and the government have said that the terror threat remains severe, and the police have asked that anybody who has any information about this incident to please come forward.
That is our reporter Alicia Edwards, who has been in Westminster today following what is our main story.